Welcome back. We're here to do the Divine Masculine update for the week. Yes, we cover these weekly. We do have super chats covered. At the moment, we do have live sessions via the main page. They will be as scheduled. You can click the bell on the super chat, and to receive your super chats that are private, where you are able to ask more private questions, please join the members. We are going to have one tier level, and it's a VIP membership by Yildiz Readings. So if the level you're wanting to join is such, come through and you can join those sessions. Separately, as mentioned, we do have masculine, feminine, and karmic out weekly. And if you do want to get these ahead of the crowd, you can join our YouTube membership. We also do host the joint connection on around the same time, and it is weekly over the weekend for the joint connection. So by subscribing, you do get to see this content week by week. Now we're going to get straight into the Divine Masculines read, and we do have a bit of a conundrum that these individuals are dealing with. And I do feel entering into this year, there has been a great deal of spiritual pressure. Divine Masculine here in the mix is looking at the joint connection and their life at the moment with a lot of worry. This can be a concern because they do feel something needs to shift. And, you know, whatever they're dealing with, there is a great deal of anxiety and angst, and it can be because of circumstances playing out. Now, I do see them looking to the past at the moment. That particularly it could have been that they were being unrealistic with the transformation, but it can be that things are changing and speeding up rapidly, and the way they're feeling also is changing rapidly. You have changed overnight. And, you know, this change can be, especially for those dealing with the karmic third-party energy, it's almost like they're really looking at their identity of their future and wondering why the heck this emotion has changed. They also do feel their behavioural patterns have been directly impacting the way you have been viewing them at this point in time. And they do feel change is very necessary. And some of these things, especially when we deal with the 11s, this card is an 11. Coming into January 2024, you know, whenever we're in the vibration of 1, we do feel we are, you know, maybe set with the task, but don't have all the tools at hand. As we do move into the 2 energy in February, it can be that these tools are coming to us, but it's almost like doors are going to be opening. We're going to be needing to move things. And so that shift really will be coming through this month in the mix. So I do see the sun is a very positive situation, although they may not have time to know all the analytics of how things are going to come about. But definitely having to really make a decision on their feet. I do feel they're wishing they had a bit more time to investigate their more deeper inner emotions. However, again, I just feel they're really feeling as though they're running out of time. So they do feel they do have a lot of worry on their plate. They do feel to move beyond this, they do need to let go. This can be of psychoanalyzing situations, wishing things were better, wishing things were different, and really getting to a point where they're ultimately not so sensitive and they can have a chat about these things quite candidly. This can be within relationships, you know, letting go of a circumstance, really tapping into it. You know, I see Pisces with the fish coming through on the card. Saturn's really been giving us a bit of pressure, and that pressure has been showing us within our masculine energy and within the divine masculine what dream is worth fighting for. Can we have new beginnings, both psychologically, physically, and emotionally? How realistic are the circumstances of the pressures we're currently dealing with? And, you know, is the buck worth the grind? So I do see them really critically looking at these things where it does come to love, money, values, and spiritual connections. And this is really about, you know, trying to make peace with the past, but trying to move forward. There is at a foundation level a lot of fear that these individuals are experiencing this week. And I do think it can be because they're calling themselves out. They're like, look, you know, is this really to do with fear, or is this to do with an expectation or a paradigm, sort of like that Capricorn frequency we've been embodying? They could have been directly hiding behind individuals, and this could have been burdens, social responsibilities that have really been making them feel that they had to stay in a particular cycle, and that it was an expectation, so to speak. And this is coming to a point where it's cracking, although there is stresses involved with the circumstance. This is a rebirth for this individual, and there is going to be lady luck on their side, although they may be seeing that the crack in the circumstance and the falling down of circumstance, really having their foot on two sides of the fence is no longer going to work. This potentially for some this week could be a tower moment. I definitely feel, it's happening for them, not happening to them. And this overall is going to bring them luck. But what isn't serving them is going to go by the wayside. If you do want to join us for all the updates and for the super chats, please come through and join our memberships. We do have all of these out at the same time on the same day. So by subscribing or clicking on the video, you will get notified when it is open. If you do want to be weeks ahead of the crowd, you can join our YouTube membership, which, as mentioned, you do get the super chats and the coaching within Discord. We will cover the joint connection and see how the joint energy is coming through. But definitely this week in the mix, I do see Divine Masculine making some very solid decisions with anxious energy and really having to accept what is and isn't working. If you do like, please come through and join us. Your support means the world.